G'day, Grandiose Imaginosa. The lighting might be a little better. So I've come back to something I wrote a couple of days ago and decided that this sentence here, the highlighted one, is unlikely. I already said that I liked it, and I do, and that I wanted to keep it, and I will, but the way it is there, if you think about it, I've described that she's walking away from the occupied, inhabited parts of the palace down a black passageway carved into the stone, down where she expects there will be nothing, nobody. Now, how is that hopeful? What would even possess you to think that was a good idea? That somehow your life would be better or your situation would be better if you just went down the dark where there is nothing, far as you know. That needs a little more explanation. Now, obviously, I just wrote that, threw it up there, liked it. And a lot of my writing is like, I'm assuming it is like this for a lot of writers. Your stuff comes out of your head and then you have to develop it. So why does only forward into this dark, deep passageway remain a hopeful possibility? That's the bit that needs more thought. And who knows if sitting here with the camera on I'm going to have any more thought, but that's what I'm going to attempt. Now, the other thing, when I was thinking about starting these videos after the 7 months of not writing anything, it occurred to me that my process has a lot of sitting and thinking. Now, that hardly qualifies as gripping YouTube, but I'm not trying to make gripping YouTube. I'm just trying to record me doing what I do as a way to mess with my head so that I keep doing it. It's a tool to help me write. So I shouldn't be putting on a performance where I am always talking to the camera, because I'm not always talking. Often I'm just sitting here with nothing happening in my head, just waiting. I do not have a noisy head. A lot of the time it's silent and empty, and I'm waiting for things to pop up, like to just emerge from the surface of the deep, if you like. So I should just, if I'm going to do that, if I'm doing that, if I need to do that for the thing that I'm writing, I should just do it, leave it in the video, because I don't really care whether it's great viewing or not. Okay, so the challenge is only forward remained a hopeful possibility. How does walking down into the dark qualify as a hopeful possibility? I need to answer that. I need to set that up or clarify it. So one way that at least psychologically this would qualify as a hopeful possibility is this. Okay, that's good. Psychologically, that's good. And once sorry, I've moved the camera from down there to up there. Once I've got that idea in my head about her and her psychology, I can find a way to foreshadow that so that it makes more sense when I get to this passage about going down the passage. One of the writerly questions I haven't answered yet, excuse me while I drink tea, is how much I tell the reader and how much I just put in the text and leave the reader to work out. I'm inclined to put stuff in the text and leave it for the reader to notice or not notice. The only problem with that is that I've never been known for my subtlety. So the converse, I don't think that's the word I want, but the reverse, the other factor here is I don't like reading stories in which the narrator says everything. The narrator says everything about what's going on in the mind or in the emotions of the protagonist that they're writing about at that point. It rubs me up the wrong way. It just doesn't feel like storytelling. It feels like a psychological analysis. And I could be making a noose for my own neck here. Lazy, uncreative, and avoiding the work of finding ways to put the inner life of a character in the narrative without exposition about that inner life. And maybe I'll turn out not to be a good enough writer to be able to paint an inner life without exposition about that inner life. We'll see. Okay, so wanting to get away from people and the public and being seen would make going down a dark, empty passage into uninhabited places hopeful. It's an escape, at least. Ooh, excuse me. Tea. I'm not sure it's enough, though psychologically people have done more dramatic things for less reason. And the way to build that up would be to have regular references. Might write that down. Yeah. So, through this, because this bit is near the end of her narrative in this book, and I will have had plenty of time to prime the readers to understand. Now, I don't know if you can hear that echo. Sorry if you can. I have no idea what it is, so I can't fix it. Not that it really matters. That's quite a dramatic echo, isn't it? Almost cool. Wonder why. Anyway, shut up, Michael. So enough about the writing and the echo and the irrelevant crap. So I've done, or at least done one bit of what I said I needed to do. So I'm stopping here. I'm Grandiose Imaginosa. I'm writing. I hope you're enjoying whatever you're reading. And if you're a writer like me, I hope you're enjoying writing.